everybody, to another edition of Dan's Grand Valley Railroad. Welcome in, welcome in. Well, we are just a couple of weeks away from Christmas now, and in that regard, we've got the Christmas trains running. I decided to break up the actual Christmas train with the and have the excursion train on its own. I thought that was pretty cool, just for something different. Pretty soon, one of these evenings, I'm going to do a nice cab ride video. Maybe we'll get some lights on here. And I plan to get in the back there of the mountain and light up that winter scene that we have inside the mountain and get a nice GoPro cab ride video of that. So that'll be coming up in the next week or two. But for today, what I did was last week's video, I actually shot some stuff about my vintage Tyco cars being Christmas. I kind of got a little bit nostalgic and started thinking about the train set that I got for Christmas. I think, thinking back, I think it was 1975 into 1976. So I would have been 10 years old. But I got the Tyco set, which I'll put up here. I also put it up in the segment that I shot last week. But I'll put it up here so you can see it was a figure 8 Tyco Spirit of 76 train set. And that changed my life. It was so much fun. I played with that for years. And really, really fun. So I wanted to show off some of the vintage cars. Now, on the next segment, I talk about these guys here. I just wanted to add, and that's because I shot it last week, but anyway, wanted to add, this was part of the original set, this CP Rail 60-foot boxcar, and I have since weathered it, weighted it, and put different trucks on it. Now, it still has the connector, the couplers attached to the trucks, but I put different wheels, I should say. Someday I'm going to separate those trucks so they don't have the couplers on there. But that's one of the originals. And then you'll see in a bit, I talk about these trailers. And I found the little mounts for the trailers that go on this flat car. This is the flat car I typically use for my GoPro videos. So these are kind of cool. They just kind of snap off here. They have a place for the landing gear of the trailer to sit in, and then the wheels sit in there, and then these just pop right off of here like that, and then it's a flatbed. So that's how I usually run that. You've seen it on the layout, especially when I'm doing the GoPro, but this is how it came in the set. So pretty cool. And just that this is still 45, 46 years later, is still like new, really. I mean, it's like brand new. Look at, I took the cars off of the layout and put them on here for the first time in who knows how long they've been on the car carrier car. So anyway, I thought that was kind of cool. This shows the era, you know, that's a 69 Camaro. That's a, I believe, a Chevelle. So there's a couple of different 60s model Chevelles, and so the green one, the yellow one, and the blue one are Camaros. The other ones are Chevelles. So I don't know, I think that's kind of cool. It kind of dates that to the late 60s, early 70s. It snowed last night, so we got about 1.5 inches or 2. So it's kind of pretty out there, and making it feel real Christmassy around here. So I just wanted to remind you guys that if you want to be featured on fan featured photos like this guy here, send me a picture. If you've got your Dan's Grand Valley mug or your Dan's Grand Valley ball cap or hoodie or anything, send me a picture and I'll include it right up here. And also send me pictures of your layout and any progress that you have that you want to share with everybody. I appreciate that. The email address is dansgrandvalley@gmail.com. Being Christmas, I brought out some of my vintage Tyco cars, and I'm not going to try to run them on the layout because plastic wheels and they barely have couplers that work. So they're not gonna. I'm not gonna try to run these guys, but just to kind of fun to see them out. And then a little bit later on in the video, you're gonna see a little segment where I got some of the vintage Tyco tractors for the piggyback service, and I'm going to talk about that in just a couple minutes. But I just wanted to show you, these are from my Spirit of 76 train that I got in 1976. In fact, I might go grab the locomotive and the caboose. I want to see if this train's going to stop right here. I've been having some problems. I think it has to do with the Christmas tree cars on one of the switches, causing the circuit breaker to pop, but it made it through this time. So, all right. It knew we were shooting and it decided to be good. But anyway, yeah, these are some of my vintage cars here. The Shell tanker. I had a building that this would pull up to, and it had a tractor, and you'd push the button and the tractor would push these pipes off onto a little ramp, and then you would move the train a little more and push the next one off. I still have it. It just doesn't work. But maybe I'll go dig that up so you guys can see that over on the bench. And then these tractors, I mean, these are like brand new. Look at, they're still shiny. I mean, these are over 40 years old, 45 years old. I mean, wow. So, yeah, let me go. I'm going to dig up I've shown you before in videos past, but I'm going to dig up the locomotive and the caboose just to show you guys. I mean, it's kind of a neat Christmassy thing from years past. So, all right, over here on the bench, I want to show you what I got last night at Colorado Diecast in Parker, Colorado. So you guys recognize these. This is my original one here from the original Tyco set when I had as a kid in the 70s. This was the Santa Fe piggyback set. Came with a little depot and a car to put these trailers on, and it had one of these tractors here. Well, mine is in good shape. It's got the bumper, the windshield, the axles are in shape, are intact, and the kingpin has the little tab on it so it can go into the trailer. If you look, the trailer has like a keyhole, so you go in like this and then set it in, and then it's locked in there. So mine is in good shape. I had contemplated weathering it or painting it to make it look a little more realistic, but I also kind of like the vintage feature of how it was when I was a kid. Well, anyway, yesterday, neighbor Mike and I were at the diecast store, Colorado Diecast in Parker, and they have this bargain table that's a big table, and it's 2 items on the table, any 2 for 99 cents. Well, that store is mostly 1/64 scale. So, for instance, let me grab this. I've purchased this before, and let me grab this, and this Chevy pickup. So this is 1/64 scale. This is much like the Chevy pickup I had in the 80s when I was a kid. Mine was a little bit different, a little bit more orange color, more like this. Didn't have a white top, but anyway, that was my pickup when I went to college. And then this really nice 59 Chevy, I think it's a C4500 or 6500 tractor. And so you can see the difference in the scale. This is 187 HO. Versus 1/64. So anyway, that store is mostly 1/64 stuff. So it was really cool that I found these guys. Now this one, you can see it has a missing axle. Other than that, it's complete. The front bumper is there, the windshield's there. So just like mine, it looks really good. Mine is a little more chrome. Looks like somebody might have painted that silver at one point to get the shine off of it. Mine's chrome. But other than it had a sticker on top That'll clean up real nice. Now I did find some of the axle. I found half of it in the bin, and I found one more wheel and another axle, but I don't think that's part of that one. I'm not sure. But sorry, I got part of my Christmas wreath actually right there. But anyway, so what I can do just for right now, I can actually snap that guy in there. Sorry, Tom, I'm not using a tripod. I know it drives you crazy, trying to do things one-handed here. But that snaps in like that. So at least from this side, I mean, it's just going to be sitting there. This is complete. I might be able to modify it a little bit with some glue and have that look a little better. But anyway, I wanted to share that with you. And then this red one, now it's in a little worse shape. As you can see, the bumper's missing the light, and then it's missing both bumper pieces that stretch out over the fenders. So that one's in a little worse shape, but the kingpin, as you can see, has that little keyhole there. That's in good shape. So anyway, I was kind of excited about this find. I'm like, oh, those are the vintage Tyco. If you go on eBay, they want $10 for these guys and like $5 shipping. So I was pretty happy to find these. Looks like this bumper might be just a little bit askew here. It kind of wraps around a little more. I'm sorry for the camera work here. Wraps around a little more on that side than it does on this side. But that's cool. It looks like somebody hit hit something with it. So I don't know. I'm going to modify these and have them back there in my yard where my freight yard is, and they'll look great back there. Okay, another find. This was in the bargain table also. It's just a little 187 scale boat trailer. Don't really have a boat for it, but it's a cool trailer. So I thought that's going to go up on the hill by the welding shop. You know, guy's working on it, he's welding on it. So that was a good find. And then neighbor Mike said, hey, I found something for you. And he found a 187 scale 59 Buick Bonneville, or Pontiac Bonneville. And nice, and a good price too. Look at that price. So sweet, that's gonna go on the layout. I do have one of these, but it's black. So now we've got a dusty rose color one for the layout. So anyway, I wanted to share that with you guys. Kind of a fun find. Wasn't expecting it. So this stuff's gonna go on the layout. So rather than wait, I just decided I was going to modify these. So here's my original. I just wanted to compare. Look at the color difference between this one and mine that's been sitting on the layout for a couple of years now. It's definitely faded. Gets that sunlight through the window. So this one obviously has never seen sunlight, but you can see I've done some stuff here. I took the intact bumper off that one and put it on here. I used some Tamiya extra thin cement and glued that on there. I drilled out the holes a little bit, put the glue on the back side, so that's gluing up. So this is complete now, and I thought it'd be kind of fun to have a red one versus the orange one, and also because the kingpin is complete, it's not snapped off like on this one. So I thought, well, this can be a junker. Maybe we'll have the axles off and it can be back in the maintenance area or something that's getting worked on. But these guys are going to be functional. I do have a second trailer. So now I've got 2 tractors, 2 trailers. So that's cool. Just wanted to share that with you. And then up here on the layout, I've got the trailer up here by the welding shop. I'm going to open this door up one of these days. I'm going to pull this building up, and I'm going to actually open the door, make it look like it is open, like on the Dan and Bob's, or Bob and Dan's, I should say, shop. See how I glued the door up, so it's like on tracks and it went up. So I'm going to do that on that one too. And maybe if I can find a figure of a guy welding, I think that would be cool. He could be out here welding on the trailer. He's got his car parked here under the tree. So that's something I want to do as well. Okay, here's the little building with the platform, and it had a little wooden ramp that went on the other side of the track where the pipes would go. And this would move forward like this, and this would extend and push those off. And here's the building. There's a guy sitting there, guy building a box there, and then see the top comes off. So you could put either batteries in here, or you could hook it up to your AC track power, and then you had this little button to make it work. So I still have this. That's pretty cool. Now, I don't know. This must have been an extra thing that my dad bought, and it was the pipe cars, because I don't think this came with the set. So you can see my Spirit of 76 locomotive here. Unfortunately, this does not run. I did some work on it when I first started the layout, thinking I was going to run this, but it's got problems. Here is the matching caboose. I think I have run this before. It's got the regular couplers on it. This doesn't have any couplers on it. It would have had the horn couplers. But this might be something I'm going to send to Tom one of these days and see if he can get it running. Maybe convert it to DCC. That'd be cool. So anyway, that's the original. And then over here, oh, and here is the platform for the piggyback service. It had little guides where you could park the trailers right here. Had a sign, and then yeah, like little divots where the landing gear go for the trailers. And then you would have a car that came along, flatbed, and it had these guys on the flatbed which held the trailers. So I have this. I think I have the flatbed over somewhere else. I've been using it as a flatbed for my GoPros. But yeah, so that's some of the vintage Tyco stuff. Let me show you over on the layout here. I also found the autoloader trailer car collar. And those cars are all scattered around the layout, but mostly back here because they're such primary colors, they don't look realistic. I've got a couple parked back there, so those would have gone on this here for the car hauler, and that came with the set. So I know this one, pretty sure this one came with the set. This was extra that came with that building, pretty sure. You guys probably know. So I got a text from Bill the other day. You remember Bill and Judy? They came over and were checking out the layout, and they're building their own Grand Valley. They have gone so far, and really, it's coming together so nicely. I wanted to share some of the photos, but just wanted to say that Bill said he had a couple of extra roomettes like I have in some of these buildings, and he's going to send me. So we've got a few buildings that don't have anything in them, and I'm looking forward to maybe piecing those in or seeing where they'll fit on our layout and using them. So, Bill, I appreciate that. I also will put in the description below the link to their Facebook group. They have a Facebook group. It's Bill's Grand Valley, I think it's Railroad or Railway or something. Please go check it out. Join the group and see how Bill's doing. But here I'll share a couple of photos from his latest video, or not video, but the photos he posted on Facebook. Check them out. All right, guys. Well, that's all we have time for this week. I appreciate you watching the video. We are getting really close to having 2,100 subscribers. Again, I've never, ever considered that my channel would grow that much, but you guys are really supportive and you seem to enjoy the videos. I really appreciate that. So thank you so much. All you new subscribers and all you faithful subscribers that have been with me for these all these years, actually. I really appreciate it. So with that being said, thank you so much. We'll have another video for you really shortly. Like I said, hopefully a cab ride, and hopefully we'll be looking into the mountain there with the winter scene module. Check the description below for some links to older videos where I did, it was a 5-part series where I did the winter scene module and other stuff. And I'll also include the cab ride videos from Christmas a couple years ago. So that'll all be down in the description. Check it out. Until next time, thank you guys. God bless.